I forgot how big this thing is. And it's been a while since I've actually had a vehicle in here like this to get on the ramp, because we've been doing two-wheel stuff. But it's been over a year since we've actually serviced it, because we did everything on it. So we're going to get into it. We're going to primarily fluid service. I'm not going to worry about the fuel filter and the air filter, although I will have a look at it. But we're going to give it a good look over, make sure everything is, you know, investigate a few noises. We've got a noise in the strut. We've got a noise in the brake, and we're definitely going to change the oil. Now, the oil change on this is not straightforward. I think you've got to remove the engine. Well, not quite, but close enough. It's a pain to get to. But we'll get on to that, and it's part of why I want to do this video, is because show you how to get in there and get it, and you know, and it's not too complicated, but some of you might be sat there going, well, where the hell is the oil filter on one of these? Well, you'll never believe it, but we'll get to it in a second. But let's get it up in the air, get the wheel off, and have a look. Let's have a crack. My pokey bar, I'll do like this pokey bar. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm having a good look through everything and see what I can see, and it's pretty good news in the sense that I can't see any major issues. There's nothing here that's given me any cause for concern, nothing, everything's tight, everything's, you know, I can see a few little issues along the lines of, as an example, that sump there is, and it's not a gasket, it's at EV, that's gone a bit, you know, that is interesting as well. I don't know whether that's weeping from the actual thing, because that there, and this is where the oil filter is on here, right? Normally this is all encased in plastic as well, but obviously this van didn't come with it. This is not the easiest thing in the world to get, because everyone will be looking around the front for the oil filter. That's where they chose to put it. And if you've seen me work on this before, you'll know that I had to have all of that assembly off to change the seals in it. And that's where we are. And looking at it, it's an odd bit of localized oil. That is really strange. It doesn't leave any issue, you know, it doesn't leave any puddles anywhere. And the rest of the sump is dry. You've just got that bit leaking there. So I'm going to ignore it and not worry about it. Let's have a look at the rest of it and see what we got going on here. We've got a bit of a, and this here is oil. And I know what that is. That's from the rocker cover. And there's not a lot I can do about that at the moment, because that is a big job. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to clean that up and forget about that as well. Because the other thing is, the oil level of this thing is sweet. There's no issue. And that's what we repaired last time. Dry as a bone. Oh, looking all good. Now that's interesting. That would indicate to me that that isn't doing a good enough job holding that on there. So I'm going to replace that clip with a proper micro band, because that's shit. Right, let's achieve the primary objective, and let's get this oil filter changed. So you can see where that oil filter is, and it is in one of the worst locations I've seen an oil filter on a bog standard European car, 4-cylinder car, van slash, it's dreadful. And there isn't really any way of doing this without making a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do it, because there is not a lot else we can do. I can't even, the way that this is set up as well, unless we get this up a bit further, which I might do. I might take it up another notch or two so that drops out there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get it up another notch. Drop the oil and get that filter off. I can't remember whether you take this one out or what. Oh, handy. Look at it. You can't win. You just can't. What the? Seriously? Right, that's that sorted. Are we still going? Ha! 32. Here we go. There you go, folks. 32 mil. If I recall correctly as well, it only just has enough play there to get this sorted. Right. See, how'd you get this out of here without making a mess? You cannot. God, fuck it. Jesus Christ. What an absolute cluster. That's the right one. There you go. I am going to be using a lot of brake cleaner. Jesus. Oh my God, look at that. And I knew what I was getting myself into and I still managed to make that amount of mess. Right, I always like to inspect the filters. So let's have a good look here. First of all, let's compare it, just to make sure. And I'll be honest with you, this one's a bit better quality than that one I put it. Right, let's just have a quick look here. No, that's fine. That is fair enough. Right. So let's get those. Let's get all this. Oh, right. So, yeah, this is a plug that doesn't come out. So it goes back on and it gets sealed back up. Now that, you can see what we're faced with up there. It's not the easiest of holes to stick an oil filter in, but right. So now, because if you try doing this, and we might have to put the cap back on, because you can't put the cap in the. It's a chicken and egg situation. I think, if I remember rightly, last time, this was the, yes, there we go. There we go. Right, that oil filter's still on there? Yeah. So now we can. These are usually 25 Newton meters, but how the hell you torque them to 25 Newton meters in there like this, I have no idea. Click. Yeah, it's like we were never there. Click. That is impressive. Fair play. The oil, it's hilarious because it's tracked down all over this arm. But I'm going to leave it like that because, you know, it's less likely to rust. And we've replaced that with a nice micro clip. So hopefully that should be safe there. Now, everything else appears to be pretty darn good. We've got this particular situation here where this spring, the top mount isn't allowing it to turn with the strut, which would indicate that there is a problem with the top mount. And unfortunately, all that means is that we're going to have to get the strut off and have a look at the top mount. And that means that we've got to get all the wipers off, everything. It's all gone. So I've given it a liberal, we're going to pull this off. We're going to get that off. And then we're going to drop it down and we're going to have a look at the top and see what the crack is there and see if we can, I hope to God it is, because they haven't done a lot of work, these. So we'll just have to see. But we're going to give these a good, these are always fun. I usually just cut these off because I can't be bothered to deal with them. But we'll find out now. 17, 19, let's have a crack. Up, 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 up. Ah, right. Well, I'm glad I remembered to take that off. Well, it ain't going to do itself. That's just an accident waiting to happen, isn't it? That. Yep. C solid. So what gives? Right, there's not a massive amount of tension on these, to be honest with you, but let's find out. Tools of death. Is your insurance paid up? Yeah. Tools of death. It's almost like these have been used for this before. See, all I'm doing is taking the pressure off it. There isn't actually a massive amount of tension on these. Yeah, it's not a lot on it. Right. Okay, so why are you not coming off there? Your guess as good as mine. What went wrong? Oh, the original. Original OEM. Oh, they can't be. They were manufactured 2016. Right. Look at this a sec. Ow, 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 ow. It's moving now, so let's get it back on there. I have a feeling that that top mount is faulty, or is going faulty. Okay, there we go. Okay, oh, don't get that on the disc. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Ow. Click. Click. There's nothing that can be done about it now. I haven't got a spare. I'm not about to go and get one because Britain. And in all honesty, I don't think, well, it's not a massive issue anyway. It's not right, and we'll have to change it, but it's not going to be a deal breaker at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back to. Alright, it's just dirt. At least now we know what's wrong, and as you can see from the thing, as you can see from this current process, it's not exactly the end of the world, is it? We can get another one. They're about 25 quid. It is a bit of a ball ache, because obviously it would have been nice to have replaced it here. Mind you, it shouldn't have gone. It's done what, 4,000 or 5,000 miles a year? Not even a year. So we replaced these after, didn't we? And they weren't shit parts either. Got you. Oh God, that's oh, that's the stuff. You can taste them Latvian Triceratops as this is. Right. It's worth pointing out as well that this hasn't lost any oil, it hasn't burnt any oil. Even though there's a couple of weeps on it, it's not a leaker, it's not an eater. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Right. Oh, he's on the stick. We're at least up here. Yeah, I think we got enough in him. Well, it'll drop anyway when he starts. Sounds fine. Well, first of all, can we hear the noise? So the noise is gone. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. To be honest with you, if the noise comes back, I'll just change both of the top mounts because it's not worth the hassle. They're only 25 quid. So right, we're gonna have to put all this back together. Oh joy. It's like we were never here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a knob end, this thing. Right, okay, so I think we changed this. Okay. Well, it's alright to me. Turn it round, do another turn. Right, that's had enough time to circulate round there and drop back down. See what we got. Perfect. It's quite funny actually, because that clean oil has gone in there and it's already dirty as hell. Gotta love diesels. And don't forget, the torque wrench remembers. So what we've managed to achieve here, and it's taken me about 3 hours in total, is we've changed the oil, and it wasn't an easy oil change. Even though I've done this oil change before, I still managed to make an absolute mess. I don't think there's a way of doing it without making a mess. Anyway, we also managed to get the strut off, probably free up the bearing. It might last another month or so, who knows. It's going to need replacing, and I will budget time to get it in here again and do both of them, because I won't do just one, I will do both. And yeah, won't buy those again. We've also had a good look round it. Nothing of any concern. Everything else seems fine. Everything else seems tight. There were a few weeps around the sump. There's a few weeps on the rocker cover, but these are not as simple as just replacing gaskets. It's quite a big job. It's cross members, different bits and pieces, exhaust, and it's RTV. You know, it's a big job. So I pinched the bolts up, you know, and we'll forget it. We won't worry about it unless it starts pissing out there, in which point we obviously will. The oil change, that went fine, like I said. And you need to remember, mine has got a specific filter for, because it's a start-stop. And it works quite well, by the way. But it's a start-stop, so it's got a specific filter for the start-stop. And yeah, that was a thing last time I did it. And it also, I wasn't actually joking about that oil. It does require a... it's a C3, fully synthetic, Fiat spec, PSA spec. Is now a PSA spec because it's all Stellantis. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that's, you know, it's not too fussy about it, but you know, it's always worth making sure, especially considering it doesn't. I think the oil for this came to about 35 quid. And the filter was about £7, and it's a generic filter because I've never had any problems with them. Air filter, absolutely fine. Don't need to do the fuel filter because we did that last time. Brake fluid, I checked that's all been checked last time anyway, and the power steering and everything's working fine. The van actually runs really well. Especially it doesn't idle anywhere near as bad as it used to because we changed that gasket, which is actually one of my most popular videos. Who would have thought that? And yeah, it's actually running quite nicely. But that's how you do the oil change. That's how you do that bit there. And I know I've thrown it all together, but you know, we're here. So of course we've got to get it out here now. I keep losing track of how big this damn thing actually is. But anyway, I'll catch you on the flip side. It's alright, that.